Americans love chasing health like it's a competitive sport, but half the time, they're sprinting in the wrong direction. We buy powders, potions, miracle snacks, and detox teas that promise to fix everything, except common sense. So today we're exposing 101 things Americans swear are healthy, but absolutely aren't. Some of these are sitting in your kitchen right now. And by the end, you might start questioning every wholesome choice you've ever made. 1. Granola. The official breakfast of people who want to feel like they just climbed a mountain before their 9 a.m. meeting. In reality, it's often just a bowl of candy disguised as health food, absolutely loaded with sugar and oil. You're eating a crumbled cookie for breakfast, my friend. 2. That fruit on the bottom yogurt cup seems like a sensible choice, right? Wrong. It's a Trojan horse for sugar. Flip it over and check the label. Many of those little cups have more sugar than a can of soda. It's a dessert desperately trying to pass as a health food. 3. Veggie chips. It's like getting your daily serving of vegetables, but crunchy and salty. Except not at all. Most are made from potato or corn flour with a microscopic dusting of vegetable powder for color. You're essentially eating slightly green, more expensive potato chips. 4. Unless you are actively sweating through a 2-hour professional athletic event, put down the sports drink. For the average person, it's just a bottle of liquid sugar and artificial colors. Water works just fine, you know. It doesn't even need a cool name like Fierce Melon. 5. A big glass of fruit juice is basically nature's gift, isn't it? It's more like nature's soda. When you juice a fruit, you strip away all the beneficial fiber and are left with a concentrated blast of sugar straight to your bloodstream. Just eat the actual orange. 6. You've built a beautiful, vibrant salad, a testament to your healthy choices. And then you drown it in a fat-free dressing. To make up for the lack of fat, companies just pump those dressings full of sugar, salt, and a list of chemicals you can't pronounce. 7. Store-bought smoothies are the sneakiest diet killers around. That giant green machine you just bought is likely packed with fruit purees, sherbet, and frozen yogurt, sending its sugar content into the stratosphere. It's a milkshake that went to yoga once and never shut up about it. 8. Protein bars seem like the perfect post-workout snack, but most of them are just glorified candy bars with a better marketing team. They are often packed with corn syrup, chocolate coatings, and artificial sweeteners. You might as well just eat a Snickers. At least it's honest. 9. The words gluten-free have become a magical health halo that makes people think a product is good for them. But gluten-free cookies, cakes, and pretzels are still cookies, cakes, and pretzels. Often, they have even more sugar and fat to make them taste acceptable. 10. Trail mix started out as a simple, high-energy snack for hikers. But we couldn't leave well enough alone, could we? Now, it's mostly chocolate chips, candy-coated nuts, and yogurt-covered everything. It's no longer trail mix. It's just a bag of M&Ms with a few peanut chaperones. 11. Diet soda. The holy grail for those who want that sweet bubbly fix without the calories. The problem is, your brain can't be fooled. Those intense artificial sweeteners can actually trigger sugar cravings and mess with your gut health. It's like telling your body a joke it doesn't find funny. 12. Switching to turkey bacon to be healthy is a classic move. But let's be honest, it's often a Frankenstein's monster of processed poultry parts, loaded with just as much, if not more, sodium and nitrates as its porky cousin. You're not dodging a bullet, you're just choosing a different caliber. 13. Agave nectar was marketed as the saint of sweeteners, straight from a cactus. In reality, it's a highly refined syrup with a higher fructose concentration than high fructose corn syrup. Your liver has to work overtime to process it, which kind of defeats the whole healthy purpose, doesn't it? 14. Those little instant oatmeal packets with flavors like apples and cinnamon feel like a warm hug in a bowl. But they are a Trojan horse filled with an army of sugar. You might as well just dump a few sugar cubes into some plain oats. At least that would be more honest. 15. Any breakfast cereal that screams about being whole grain or a good source of fiber deserves a suspicious side eye. Flip the box around. Many of these so-called health foods have more sugar per serving than a chocolate-iced donut. It's a dessert that's cosplaying as breakfast. 16. That healthy prepackaged salad from the grocery store is a trap. It looks all green and virtuous until you unleash the packet of creamy ranch dressing, the bag of crunchy croutons, and the fistful of shredded cheese. Congratulations, your salad now has the nutritional profile of a pizza. 17. Whole wheat bread. You grab it feeling like a responsible adult. But unless the package screams 100% whole wheat, you're likely buying regular white bread with a spray tan. Companies just add molasses or caramel coloring to trick you into thinking it's the good stuff. 18. Frozen yogurt convinced an entire generation it was basically guilt-free ice cream. While it might be lower in fat, companies often compensate by pumping it full of sugar to make it taste good. And that's before you add your healthy toppings of crushed Oreos and hot fudge. 19. Authentic sushi? Healthy? The Americanized sushi rolls you get at the strip mall? Not so much. When your roll is deep-fried, stuffed with cream cheese, and then drowned in spicy mayo and a sugary eel sauce, you're not eating a light Japanese meal. You're eating a rice and fish-based burrito. 20. Flavored rice cakes are the epitome of diet food. You think you're being good, but you're just eating a crunchy disc of processed air, painted with artificial flavor dust and salt. They have zero nutritional value and will leave you feeling hungry and betrayed in about 20 minutes. 21. Dried fruit seems like an obvious healthy choice. It's just fruit without the water, right? Exactly. This makes it a super concentrated sugar bomb. It's way too easy to eat a whole bag of dried apricots, which is the sugar equivalent of eating 6 or 7 fresh ones in a row. 22. Coconut oil had a moment where everyone treated it like a magic elixir from the gods. People were putting it in their coffee, on their skin, everywhere. But let's not forget it's over 80% saturated fat, which is significantly more than butter. Use it, don't worship it. 23. Plant-based burgers sound great in theory, but many are highly processed science projects. To mimic the texture and taste of meat, they are often packed with sodium, refined oils, and a list of ingredients that sound like they came from a chemistry lab. Sometimes a simple veggie patty is better. 24. We were all programmed to fear fat, which made skim milk the king. But removing the fat also removes the fat-soluble vitamins, and the very thing that makes you feel full. It's basically just sugary, watery milk that leaves you wanting more. The paradox is real. 25. Vitamin-infused water is a masterpiece of marketing. You're paying $3 for filtered tap water with some artificial sweeteners and a few pennies worth of synthetic vitamins that your body likely won't even absorb properly. Just drink water and, eat an orange. 26. Juice cleanses. The ultimate reset button for your body, right? You spend a week feeling miserable and drinking glorified, fiberless sugar water, all so you can prove you have willpower. Newsflash, you have a liver and kidneys that detox you 24/7 for free. They don't need your expensive celery juice vacation. 27. Those detox teas that influencers swear by. The ones that promise a flat tummy in a week? Let's call them what they are: expensive, flavored laxatives. You're not cleansing toxins. You're just paying a premium to spend more quality time in the bathroom. 28. Believing that hitting 10,000 steps a day is the golden ticket to fitness. It's a great start, but it's not a magic number. It was literally invented as a marketing slogan for a Japanese pedometer in the 1960s. So, are you getting fit or just falling for half-century-old ad copy? 29. Activated charcoal in everything from your lemonade to your ice cream. It looks cool. It sounds scientific, but it's a dumb trend. Charcoal doesn't just bind to toxins, it binds to everything, including the vitamins and nutrients in your food. You're basically paying to make your healthy food less healthy. 30. Waist trainers. Seriously? We're bringing back the corset and calling it fitness? Squeezing your midsection doesn't melt fat. It just rearranges your internal organs and makes it hard to breathe. If you want a smaller waist, you have to earn it, not just suffocate it into submission. 31. Positive vibes only. This sounds enlightened, but it's actually emotional poison. Constantly suppressing negative feelings doesn't make them go away. It just lets them fester. A truly healthy mind acknowledges all emotions, not just the Instagram-friendly ones. It's called being a human. 32. Those microwavable meals with lean, or healthy, plastered on the box. Sure, the calories are low, but flip it over and look at the sodium content. They have to pump it full of salt to make that sad gray Salisbury steak taste like anything at all. It's a portion-controlled salt lick. 33. Energy drinks that boast zero sugar. You're just swapping one problem for another. You're chugging a can of highly caffeinated, chemically engineered liquid that messes with your heart rate and sleep schedule. It's not energy. It's a loan from tomorrow that you'll have to pay back with interest. 34. Believing that organic automatically means healthy. Those organic gummy fruit snacks? Still candy. Those organic cheese puffs? Still junk food. All organic means is that the sugar and flour in your junk food were grown without certain pesticides. It's not a hall pass. 35. The idea that you need 8 glasses of water a day? Exactly. This rigid rule is mostly a myth. Hydration is vital, but your needs vary, and you get a ton of water from food. Obsessively counting glasses is just another way to stress yourself out about something your body is already great at regulating. 36. Going on a digital detox for a weekend. You pay $1,000 to go to a retreat where someone takes your phone away. It feels profound, but it's a temporary fix. True health is learning to live with technology in a balanced way, not running away from it for 48 hours. 37. The vibration plates at the gym. The ones you just stand on while they jiggle your body into a blur. The promise is that you can shake your way to a six-pack. Let's be real, the only thing getting a real workout is the machine's electric motor and your sense of misplaced hope. 38. Seeing plant-based on a drive-thru menu doesn't cancel the fryer. That patty still rides the same bun, cheese, and sugary sauces, and often gets a coconut oil glaze to fake juiciness. You didn't dodge junk food. You just slapped a leaf emoji on it and called it virtue. 39. Foam rolling every single muscle into oblivion because you think it's releasing toxins. It can be a great tool for mobility, but many people are just aggressively grinding themselves into a bruised pulp. You're not fixing anything. You're just making yourself sore in a new and exciting way. 40. Believing that mindfulness apps can replace genuine mental health care. A 5-minute breathing exercise guided by a soothing voice is nice, but it's a band-aid. It's not a substitute for therapy or addressing the root causes of your stress and anxiety. Stop swiping for solutions. 41. Ordering egg whites only. This is the official battle cry of the 90s Dieter. You think you're being disciplined, but you're throwing away the yolk, which is the most nutritious part of the entire egg. It's packed with vitamins and choline. You're basically eating the ghost of a real breakfast. 42. That fat-burning zone setting on the treadmill. You know, the one that encourages a nice, slow, comfortable pace. It's technically true that you burn a higher percentage of calories from fat at that intensity, but you burn far fewer total calories. It's an excuse to do less work. 43. What about alkaline water? The stuff that promises to balance your body's pH. Let me save you some money. Your body has an incredibly sophisticated system for maintaining its pH balance. Drinking slightly less acidic water does absolutely nothing. You're just paying for a high-concept placebo. 44. Swapping your regular pasta for veggie pasta. The box shows a beautiful picture of spinach or tomatoes, but in reality it's still 95% refined flour with a teaspoon of vegetable powder for color and marketing. It's a noodle in a green costume, not a serving of vegetables. 45. The obsessive hunt for superfoods. People think a handful of goji berries or a sprinkle of chia seeds will magically cancel out their bad habits. A healthy diet is about balance and consistency, not finding a mythical, all-powerful berry to solve your problems. There are no superheroes in your pantry. 46. Doing endless crunches to get a six-pack. You cannot spot-reduce fat. I repeat, you cannot spot-reduce fat. You can do 1,000 crunches a day and you'll just have really strong abs hiding under the same layer of belly fat. It's like building a beautiful engine in a car that has no wheels. 47. Replacing butter with margarine or other vegetable oil spreads. Remember when we were told this was the heart-healthy choice? Many of those spreads are ultra-processed and loaded with trans fats or refined seed oils. Sometimes the original, less processed option is actually the better bet. 48. Using essential oils to cure everything from anxiety to a common cold. While a lavender scent might be relaxing, believing a few drops of oil can replace actual medicine is just wishful thinking. Your diffuser can't fix your high blood pressure, Susan. 49. Thinking that extreme muscle soreness after a workout is the sign of progress. If you can't walk down the stairs for 3 days, it doesn't mean you had an amazing workout. It means you overdid it, caused excessive damage, and are hindering your own recovery. Pain is not a badge of honor. 50. Kombucha. The fermented, fizzy tea that hipsters treat like the elixir of life. While it can have some probiotics, many commercial brands are packed with sugar to make them palatable, sometimes as much as a soda. You're drinking a trendy, expensive, slightly less unhealthy soft drink. 51. The myth of multitasking. We've been conditioned to believe that juggling 10 things at once is a sign of productivity and intelligence. In reality, your brain is just switching tasks very quickly and poorly, increasing stress and the likelihood of mistakes. It's not a skill, it's organized chaos. 52. Those sugar-free candies and snacks that use sugar alcohols. Sure, they save you on calories, but they often come with a very unpleasant side effect: gastrointestinal distress. The trade-off for that guilt-free gummy bear is a stomach that sounds like a war zone. Was it worth it? 53. Ear candling. This has to be one of the dumbest health practices ever invented. You stick a flaming cone in your ear, hoping to suck out impurities. All it does is deposit candle wax into your ear and pose a serious risk of burning your face. You're not detoxing. You're auditioning for a viral fail video. 54. Performing long, static stretches before your workout. Remember doing this in gym class? It turns out, stretching a cold muscle can actually decrease power and increase your risk of injury. A dynamic warm-up is what you need. Save the deep stretching for after you're done. 55. Grabbing a bottled iced tea instead of a soda because it seems healthier. Many of those popular brands have a staggering amount of sugar. That healthy green tea you're drinking might have more sugar than the Coke you were trying to avoid. Always read the label, always. 56. Acai bowls. They look like a vibrant, antioxidant-packed dream in your Instagram feed. But they are often a nutritional nightmare. A base of sugary acai puree, topped with granola, a mountain of fruit, and a heavy drizzle of honey. It's a sundae masquerading as a health breakfast. 57. Glorifying the grind and hustle culture. Working 80 hours a week and surviving on 3 hours of sleep isn't a badge of honor. It's a speed run to burnout. True health includes rest, hobbies, and not treating your body like a machine you can run into the ground for a paycheck. 58. Blue light blocking glasses. You wear them at night feeling like a biohacking genius, protecting your sleep. But most research suggests the effect is minimal at best. A better strategy? Just put your phone down an hour before bed. It's free and a lot more effective. 59. Using hand sanitizer for everything. It became a security blanket, but it's not a substitute for soap and water. It doesn't kill all germs, and overuse can strip your skin of good bacteria. You're not creating a sterile bubble. You're just making your hands dry and slightly sticky. 60. Thinking that sweating more in hot yoga means you're getting a better workout. You're not melting more fat. You're just losing more water. The main things you're increasing are your laundry pile, your risk of dehydration, and the chance of pulling a muscle by overstretching in the heat. 61. The sacred rule of don't eat after 7 p.m. Your body doesn't have a magical clock that instantly turns calories into fat after a certain hour. Your total daily intake is what matters. This arbitrary rule just makes you feel guilty for being a normal human who gets hungry at night. 62. Obsessively tracking every single calorie on an app. For some, it's a useful tool. For many, it becomes a prison. It can foster a neurotic, joyless relationship with food where every meal is reduced to a math problem. Is that mental toll really worth it? 63. The term natural flavors on an ingredient list. It sounds so wholesome, right? It just means the flavoring chemical was derived from a plant or animal source. It's still created in a lab to manipulate you into thinking that bland product tastes better than it is. 64. Fish pedicures. You submerge your feet in a tank and let tiny fish nibble away your dead skin. People think it's a natural exfoliation. It's actually a massive hygiene risk, using the same fish on countless clients. It's not a spa treatment. It's a bizarre, aquatic science experiment. 65. Believing that microwaving your food destroys all the nutrients. This is an ancient myth that just won't die. In reality, the short cooking time of a microwave often preserves more vitamins and minerals than methods like boiling, which leaches nutrients out into the water. 66. The barefoot running trend. The logic was that it's more natural and better for your feet. For most modern humans who have worn shoes their whole lives, it was just a fast track to stress, fractures, and tendinitis. Our natural state is not running on concrete. 67. Assuming all natural cleaning products are effective. It feels good to use vinegar and lemon juice, but they are not disinfectants. You might be wiping down your kitchen counter after handling raw chicken and just making the salmonella smell like a salad. 68. The entire concept of a cheat day. This mentality creates a toxic cycle. You restrict yourself all week, then binge uncontrollably on bad foods, often erasing your progress and reinforcing a terrible relationship with eating. It's not a reward, it's planned self-sabotage. 69. Colon cleansing. The idea that you need to power wash your insides to remove built-up toxins is pure pseudoscience. Your digestive system is incredibly efficient at cleaning itself. You're just paying someone to disrupt your gut's natural balance for no reason. 70. Taking a daily multivitamin as an insurance policy for a poor diet. For most people, it's a waste of money. You're not absorbing most of those synthetic vitamins anyway. It's no substitute for eating actual, nutrient-dense food. You're just creating very expensive pee. 71. Those expensive greens powders. You mix a scoop into your water and feel virtuous, like you've just inhaled an entire salad. In reality, it's a pulverized, highly processed shadow of actual vegetables, stripped of most of its fiber. It's a convenient, but very lazy and ineffective substitute for just eating a damn broccoli floret. 72. The concept of toning your muscles. This is a myth created by marketing departments to sell you on light weights and high reps. You can't tone a muscle. You can only do two things: make it bigger or lose the layer of fat that's covering it up. Toning is a workout fantasy. 73. Almond milk. It sounds rustic and pure, but for the most part, you're drinking water with a whisper of almond essence. A typical carton is mostly water, thickeners, and maybe 2% actual almonds. It's the nutritional equivalent of a wet paper towel that briefly sat next to a nut. 74. The "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mindset. Glorifying sleep deprivation as a sign of ambition is one of the most toxic American beliefs. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's the foundation of your physical and mental health. Bragging about not sleeping is like bragging about how long you can hold your breath. 75. Paying a premium for pink Himalayan sea salt. It looks pretty, but let's be honest, it's just salt. The supposed health benefits from its 84 trace minerals are in such microscopic amounts that they are completely irrelevant to your health. You're paying 5 times the price for color and a backstory. 76. Wearing a sauna suit while working out. You see people jogging around looking like a baked potato wrapped in foil, thinking they're melting fat. You're not. You're just dangerously dehydrating yourself. The weight you lose is water, and it comes right back the second you drink some Gatorade. 77. The moral superiority of clean eating. This starts as a desire to eat healthier and quickly descends into a joyless obsession where foods are labeled good and bad. This guilt-driven approach can lead to disordered eating. Food is fuel and pleasure, not a final exam for your soul. 78. Insisting on bottled water because you think it's cleaner than the tap. In the United States, tap water is often subject to stricter regulations than bottled water. In many cases, you are literally just paying a 2,000% markup for filtered tap water in a plastic bottle that pollutes the planet. 79. Low-carb tortillas. A hero to the keto crowd, but what are you actually eating? It's a bizarre concoction of modified wheat starch, cellulose gum, and other weird fibers, all held together by chemical wizardry to resemble a tortilla. It's a food science project, not a food. 80. Those posture-correcting harnesses you wear under your shirt. They might pull your shoulders back, but they're a crutch, not a cure. They don't strengthen the weak muscles that are causing your bad posture in the first place. You're just outsourcing the job of standing up straight to an elastic strap. 81. Drinking light beer to be healthy. Let's be very clear. The healthiest beer is no beer. Light is a marketing term for slightly diluted beer. It still contains alcohol, which is a literal poison, and empty calories. Drinking 10 light beers is not better than drinking 5 regular ones. 82. Obsessively checking your sleep tracker app every morning. These devices are notoriously inaccurate and often create more anxiety than they solve. You wake up feeling refreshed, but then your phone tells you your sleep score was a D+, and suddenly your whole day is ruined by a faulty algorithm. 83. Oil pulling. The practice of swishing coconut oil in your mouth for 20 minutes to pull out toxins. There is absolutely no scientific evidence that this does anything other than make your jaw tired and waste a good portion of your morning. Just brush your teeth. It's faster and it actually works. 84. The belief that being constantly busy is a symbol of success and importance. It's not. It's often a sign of poor boundaries and an inability to prioritize. True wealth is having free time, not a schedule packed with meaningless tasks that make you feel significant. 85. The blood type diet. This one just refuses to die. The idea that you should eat certain foods based on your blood type has been repeatedly and thoroughly debunked by scientific studies. It's a nonsensical framework for random food restriction. Your blood type doesn't care if you eat a steak. 86. Pretzels. The classic, healthy alternative to greasy potato chips. What are they really? Twisted little sticks of refined white flour and salt. There's virtually no fiber, no fat, and no protein. You might as well just be eating the crunchy parts of a loaf of white bread. It's a snack with an identity crisis. 87. Anything in BPA-free plastic. You see that label and feel a wave of relief, like you've dodged a chemical bullet. The problem? The chemicals they use to replace BPA, like BPS and BPF, are often just as bad, if not worse. It's like firing your terrible employee and hiring their equally incompetent cousin. 88. Standing desks. They were hailed as the cure for our sedentary office culture. But just standing still for 8 hours a day isn't the answer. You're just trading potential back pain for guaranteed foot, leg, and knee pain. The real solution isn't standing, it's moving. 89. Cupping therapy. You've seen the perfect circular bruises on celebrities and athletes and thought it must be some ancient secret health trick. It's not. All it does is create massive localized hickeys by breaking blood vessels under the skin. You're not drawing out toxins. You're just paying to look like you lost a fight with an octopus. 90. The idea that you have to find your passion. This piece of advice has caused more anxiety than inspiration. It implies your passion is a hidden treasure you have to discover. The reality? Passion is built, not found. You get good at something, you see results, and then you become passionate. 91. Manuka honey. This stuff is treated like liquid gold, with a price tag to match. While it has some mild antibacterial properties, for the most part, you're eating incredibly expensive sugar. The health benefits are wildly exaggerated. It's a placebo you spread on toast. 92. Believing that eating 5 to 6 small meals a day stokes your metabolism. This myth from 90s fitness magazines needs to die. Your metabolism doesn't care if you eat 2,000 calories in 3 meals or 6. This eating schedule just ensures you're thinking about food literally all day long. 93. Taking antibiotics for a cold or the flu. You feel awful, you go to the doctor, and you demand a fix. But antibiotics kill bacteria, not viruses. Taking them for a cold does absolutely nothing for you, but it contributes to the terrifying rise of antibiotic-resistant superbugs. 94. The no days off workout mentality. This is a mantra for the ego, not the body. Your muscles don't get stronger during the workout. They get stronger when they rest and repair after the workout. No days off is just a fast lane to injury, exhaustion, and zero progress. 95. Celery juice. For a moment, this was hailed as the cure for everything, thanks to a guy who claimed to get his info from a ghost. Let's be clear, it's blended celery and water. It's hydrating and has some vitamins, but it is not a miracle elixir. You're just drinking the blandest smoothie ever invented. 96. Believing a BMI chart is the ultimate judge of your health. This system is laughably outdated. It was designed using only white European men and completely ignores body composition. According to the BMI, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is obese. Case closed. 97. Believing there's one single, perfect diet that works for everyone. Keto, paleo, vegan, carnivore. People defend their diet like it's their favorite sports team. The truth is, the best diet is a balanced one that you can actually stick with long-term without losing your mind. 98. Thinking that as long as you exercise, you can eat whatever you want. This is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. It is monumentally easier to eat 500 calories than it is to burn 500 calories. You simply cannot outrun a consistently bad diet. It will always catch you. 99. Rice cakes again, because their fraudulence deserves a second mention. Specifically, the flavored ones. Caramel, chocolate, white cheddar. It's a disc of puffed, nutritionless air being used as a delivery system for artificial flavoring dust and sugar. It's the ghost of a real snack. 100. Using journaling as a magic wand for mental health. Writing down your thoughts can be a great tool, but it's not a cure-all. Sometimes it can just turn into a loop of organized complaining, reinforcing your negative thoughts instead of helping you move past them. 101. The idea that you have to completely finish every meal on your plate. This clean plate club mentality was ingrained in us as kids, but it teaches you to ignore your body's natural fullness signals. A healthy relationship with food means stopping when you're satisfied, not when the plate is empty. So after hearing all that, what's the biggest healthy scam you've ever fallen for? Be honest. Was it the kale smoothie phase? The Fitbit obsession? Or are you still holding out for that magic supplement that fixes bad decisions? Drop your confession in the comments. No judgment, just laughter. And if you survived all 101 without rage quitting your pantry, hit like, subscribe, and welcome to the club of people who finally read the labels.